folks, in this political environment that we see, a lot of energy out of here, including what's happening on the comedy stage. And so how are comedians dealing with this particular race, Donald Trump and now Vice President Kamala Harris? Well, Earthquake joins us right now. Earthquake, glad to have you with us. And so, again, look, comedians have long made fun of this idiot Donald Trump, but you got a whole new dynamic now with Vice President Kamala Harris. What are you seeing and hearing among your fellow comedians?
Well, I mean, we trying to support the sister, and I challenge all brothers for once. Can we just support a sister unconditionally? She's qualified. She deserves it, and compared to her challenger, there's no comparison. And I'm anxious and willing to do whatever it takes to get a sister from a HBCU from where I'm from, Washington, D.C., where she went to school by way of Oakland, to see her to be the first female president who happened to be a sister.
Well, of course, Earthquake, you got to get your thoughts on this. You've got a lot of these rappers, most of them we ain't never heard of, vouching for Donald Trump. I can't remember that child who spoke at the convention who they claim she a rapper, but I don't know what the hell she is, Amber Rose. And so folk been lighting them up on social media. What do you make of that?
Well, I'm just want to tell them when his policies affect somebody in their life, don't knock on my door to ask me to march nowhere, because there's going to be consequences and repercussions that comes along if you allow him to be, president of the United States. And every time we lose one of our soldiers or sisters by the hands of police, this man wants to make sure that they're immune to prosecution because they was just doing their official act on their job. So I just don't understand it personally. I think it's just clickbait so we could talk about them. But they got to find another way to get attention than that from me. I'm looking at the issues when it comes to. This is very important. This man is telling us right there in his own way that he's going to be a dictator. And he's already told us that if he loses, the only way he loses because it's rigged. And a person such as myself being in the military for 9 years, and the reason why we had many wars or deterred wars is because we fought for democracy. For a person to sit up there and say the only way that he could lose if it's rigged. I mean, so the same people that had so much problem with Kaepernick taking a knee for doing the national anthem, but I want them to show that same energy for a person that's telling you right now that our democracy is rigged, even for one vote has been cast.
Questions from my panel. Let's go to Amakongo. You first. Your question for Earthquake.
Thank you so much for everything that you're doing and speaking up, and just there's so much I want to say in terms of my appreciation for what you're doing. But my question for you is, what do you say to other artists in different fields? You're talking about, comedy, but when I see other hip hop artists and other folks who have been so slow to get engaged in this political process, and some are still not speaking up now, even with Kamala, and what do you say to them in terms of why they should get involved, like you are involved?
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's for self-survival. I mean, for one reason, in my community, when one of us we do something, they're looking for perfection. But when they vote for the others or anybody else, they overlook their character flaws or any flaws that they have. And I want to tell them this for once, and I challenge all Black men, can we just once support a sister unconditionally? No, she is not perfect. No one is. But compared to her competition, there ain't even no close comparison. I mean, she's more than qualified. Her competitor has no qualification. And if you was to take both of their names off of a sheet of paper and list all their qualifications, hey, man, you can see there is no comparison. They just don't understand the significance of this point right here and how them not, first of all, not being part of this and not using a platform to push this, how it's affecting all of us. And the ignorance can't be tolerated right now.
Please put your hands together.
All right, question, Renita. Your question for Earthquake.
Thanks, Earthquake, for being here. Just a quick question. What are you seeing in your community as it relates to the shift from Biden as the candidate to Kamala? You've talked a lot about Black men tonight in your interview. So I guess I'm specifically asking you in the response in seeing Kamala move into this position.
Well, I think Kamala is the person to articulate. Unfortunately, President Biden could articulate the difference between the issues the way he wanted to. So they was running roughshod around him. I think any man that dates black women like I have done all my life, you can't beat a black woman in a debate, especially when she got the facts on her side. So I wish him the best of luck. I have yet to ever, and I think I'm great with words, have never beat a black woman when the facts is on her side. I don't want to talk about it today.
Julian, your question for Earthquake.
Okay, first of all, thank you for your work. Very, very commendable. And we look at your school and look at the what do you see in 10 years with your school? Will you incorporate some global travel and some other things for the young people?
Well, I'm not into the school myself, sister. I'm more of a I use my platform just really, to be honest, with my radio show when I'm on stage and everything I do, just to educate the people that's in my position to say that they cannot stand on the sideline for this. And that I just heard Ms. Powell, rest in peace, that our children is our future and we must let them know that, there's no sense of dying for Mercedes Benz 2024 because they're going to make it one in 25, 26, 27.
There you go. There you go. Well, thanks for the education that you're giving to our young people. What are your hopes and dreams for young people, though?
I mean, to be better than we are, to expand us, to show them that, personally speaking, that's just on my personal feeling, that we're some of the greatest people that God has ever created creatively. We have done so much with so less. We're still surviving. There is no other race that could survive what we've been through. And I always tell people all the time that black people are the most patriotic people in the world because we love this country, support this country when this country didn't support and love us.
Thank you.
All right, Earthquake. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so very much for joining us.
Well, thank you, man. And make sure, man, tell everybody come see me at the MGM on the 30th and 31st. I'm going to be home in D.C. for Big Two shows. And Roland cannot dance.
We've done it for so many years. And I just want to say,
I don't know why you keep sitting here embarrassing yourself by saying that, because you're gonna get jacked up. So go on ahead, go on get off this show before I embarrass you further with your no dancing behind 2 left feet.
I'm gonna eat your chicken like that chick did. I'm gonna eat you up the same way.
Okay, Mr. Knock Knee. I'll holler at you later.
I love you, man. Keep doing the good fight, man. I love you, man.
I appreciate it.
Good fight. Peace.
I will do. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Curl Prep Natural Hair Solutions at curlprep.com.
I'm in shock.
For curls, locks, braids, twists, and even those wigs and extensions. Women, men, and children are loving this line. Look at this video and you be the judge. People line up to see this product in action at hair shows, and when they take a seat and try it, they don't believe it's their hair. Buy the products at curlprep.com. It works on all hair types. Use code ROLAND, that's ROLAND, lowercase letters, to get a 15% discount. Parents, remove the ouch. You will love this system because you can comb the product through your child's hair with your fingers. It's all at curlprep.com. Use code ROLAND, lowercase letters, to get a 15% discount.